What's up, guys? MoneyManD here, back with a coin video. Today got some really awesome foreign silver, US silver, graded coins, all that cool stuff to show you guys today. So I recently went to a coin shop, and then yeah, here are my finds. We have 2 graded coins, US silver graded coins, and then 5 foreign silver coins. Because I love my foreign silver. Also want to thank you guys. We have that's good. Over 1,000 subscribers. I think 1.02 thousand subscribers. Thank you very much, all those people who subscribed. Yeah. So I thought I'd say that. So, first silver coin that we're starting off with is this pretty cool 2 francs from 1878. This is from Switzerland. It's pretty cool. The coins have been the same since the 70s, 40s. They're pretty consistent. They're all 83.5% silver. So that's really nice here that they used the franc since 1850. So this is, they made this from 1874 to 1967 with the same design, I believe. So, so pretty cool. It's got some wear to it. We got the wreath. That's what it is, right? That's the reverse. Yeah. And then this is a full-length figure of Helvetia, which is that's their Lady Liberty, I guess, with their shield. And that's the same thing as the Swiss flag, the cross. And then got a toga on. Has got a spear, of course, because they're ready for war. And then a shield, the coat of arms. 22 stars around there. Around her is 22 stars. There's 22 different cantons, which is kind of like states of the Swiss Confederation. This is a confederation of states, or cantons, I should say. So pretty cool. These are all made in Bern, Switzerland, which has been making coins since 1225. It's crazy. Let's check the mintage on this. 1878, 1.5 million. So not that rare, but also not like too common. So that's pretty cool. There's the designer's initials, left and right. Designer's name right there, right there. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Nice 83.5% silver. It's currently got about $8-9 in silver. So given the silver value, because it is 10 grams of 83.5% silver, so it's 8.35 grams of silver. So it's pretty cool. Nice coin. I love my Swiss silver. I've been getting them a few pieces. I mean, they're not too. The designs are not too crazy, except for the some of the Swiss coins have really nice designs on them. The 50s, 60s ones, I believe, for anniversaries. Those are pretty cool. And then also, I should probably mention that it's got right there in the bottom is the B for Bern, which is in Switzerland, and that's what makes it very similar to it's like the same thing as some U.S. coins, got the same exact bow. I'm forgetting it now. I think it's a Morgadollar, but just some of the U.S. coins kind of use the same bow. After a while, a lot of the coins have share similar features to it, so that's pretty cool. Coin's awesome. And the next coin is even more warm. This is super warm, but there's King George V, and this is a shilling from Australia. So that's pretty cool. This is from 1911. This was the first 2 years on the coins. And we got the emu on the right and the kangaroo on the left, and it's 1 shilling. And then it says 1911. Let's see. Let's say here we got George V, Di Gracia, Britanniarum, Omnium Rex, Fidei, Defensor, and the Emperor of India. Because he was in charge of India at the time. Let's see, where is this? Okay. What is this link? So 1911, looks like there was 2.2 million made in the London Mint. London Mint is what it says, right? It has the dot up here, so it might be yeah, I think it's like that. But this is sterling silver, 925, 5.6 grams. So it's got about $5-6 of silver. But of course, it's got a little bit less than that since it's super worn, as you can see. But I like the sterling silver; it's pretty nice. I do like any coin with sterling silver is nice. Once you get 80s, 90s, it's pretty good. 80% silver is pretty common with Canadian coinage. 83.5 Swiss. They've been using that forever. And then you start getting into Needs a few 88%. So the 90%, US coin 90%, nice standard. But 95 sterling is awesome. It's even more than a US coin because 5.6 grams is less than a quarter. You're talking, right? Because it's like 6.25, so it's like 0.6 grams less, and there's only like 30 cents less silver. Yeah, I should look it up. So this is so the standard quarter is 6.25 grams. It's got 0.1808 of silver, and yeah, it melts for approximately 40 cents less. This coin is 40 cents less, despite weighing 0.6 grams less. So little math right there, but pretty cool coin. Australian coins, they kind of the same denominations, look very similar to other ones, but I'm totally getting. Actually, I think I have an Australian. I recently bought the nice, like a 1 ounce silver Australian coin from 2011, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the denominations. This is 1 year off. This is it was supposed to be from 1910 to 2010, but this is 1911. But the only difference is it's got King Edward on it, and where the 7th is on it. So that's pretty cool. Next coin, really nice, another British coin. Well, a lot of silver is British, but there's another shilling, so it weighs 0.01 grams more, which doesn't matter much, and it's also sterling silver. We have a shilling, pretty good condition for the date. This is the Jubilee head, is what it's called, the larger crown bust. As you'll see in a second, I have a younger bust, which you'll see in a minute, but yeah, this is the Jubilee head, which she had for the 50, 60 years, whenever she's on the throne. They change her design of a nice crown. Same thing on it. It says Victoria, the DG, Brit, Regina, and there was no Indian emperor. I don't think she was considered the ruler of India at this time. We could be wrong. And then here's the back. I flip it right. See, okay. And then it's got some pretty cool. I like this design. 1890 actually. It looks kind of like it must be worn or something. Must be weak strike. And then it's got some lettering that I cannot read. I think it's Latin. Yeah, it's Latin. But it says, "Shame on he who thinks evil of it." That's what it says. That's what it translates to. Made in the Royal Mint of London. And this has a mintage of 8.79 million. It's the highest mintage out of all of them. It's got about, again, it's $5-6 in silver, same value, but I got it because it's really nice. A little bit nicer condition than just like the regular silver coins that you see. So might be some cleaning to it, but at least it's not like super warm. That's what I like about it. So, that was nice. This next coin is really awesome. Let me open it up. This is also sterling silver. This is 11.78 grams, a little bit more. But you can see this is Queen Elizabeth's young head right here. It's pretty worn. It's got quite a bit of wear to it. This is still, Victoria, DG, Regina, but this is from Newfoundland, or Newfoundland if you call it that. But really awesome. It's pretty worn, but really awesome coin. It's got coin 11 too. And this is 50 cents. You can really see the 50 cents, and it's from 1880. You can see the date pretty clearly. And the really cool thing about this is made in the Royal Mint, but there's only 24,000 of these made. So it's very low mintage. This is the second lowest vintage. Lowest vintage is the 1888. Lower is 20,000. This is 24,000. So the second lowest vintage of the series. They made from 1870 to 1900, 30 years. But it's really cool. This is nice coin. It's definitely more expensive than just junk silver value. It melts for like 11 and a half bucks or so. But it is really cool, really awesome to get, U.S. coins. You can't, 24,000 mintage is impossible to get, thousands of dollars. It's 52,000 is the 1916 quarter, and that's like 3,000 or something if you just find it with no date, no nothing. It could be poor one. It's like thousands of dollars, and that's more mintage than this. Of course, there's not that much of a market in the U.S. for rare foreign silver coins compared to rare U.S. coins, but it still is really nice, and I'm sure people like that in Finland. But I like it. It's a really nice coin. And you can see it's the same kind of thing as her. Same head, same face. It's just she's a little bit older than this one. This one's younger. I mean, she's like in her 60s, I think, at this time. 61, I think, in this year. But they just used the same design for when she started to now. So, really awesome coin. Rare coin, like I said, rare coin. Rarest coin that I have today to show you. But next coin is also really awesome. I always wanted one, and now I finally have one. This is a silver coin from Mexico. Take this off. You can see right there. Boom. This is the Great Speaker Ruler something. Kahu Hidimic? Yeah, something like that. But this is, I forget what it's called. Yeah, right there is his name. Can't pronounce his name. It's Demic, something like that. And this is 90% silver. And but this is 30 grams. So this is pretty cool because this coin weighs more than an American silver dollar. 30 grams. It's also 90%. It's the same fineness, but it weighs like 3.3 grams. Like, I think it's 26.73 is the U.S. silver coin. I can pull it back up. Let's check. The standard silver dollar weight is 26.73, so it's got 3.3 grams more, so it is more silver. This melts for about like 28, 29 bucks. It's not that rare of a coin. This is let's see, this is so 5 pesos is 5 pesos from 1948, which is the more common one, 26.7 million made. But these still have a premium. This is maybe like a $30, $40 coin. I think it's worth more than the silver value. And then this is actually technically the back. The front is right here. We got the thing, the eagle right there, and then the Estados Unidos Mexicanos. And then yeah, reason why I moved it, and I'm not letting it rest too much, is you see that green stuff? That is the PVC. Really, really bad for the coin. This will eat the coin up, which is a shame because it's a really nice coin. Super, like MS condition coin. You can see how nice a coin is looking like. Like that would be like a nice looking silver dollar if it was a silver dollar. Mexican silver pesos. But as you can see, oops, there it is. You can see the green on that. So I'm gonna try to get that conserved or something to get the green stuff away. You definitely can't touch any other coin, which is a shame. But I'm sure once it's conserved, it will look nice. And the thing was in a flip. It was a PVC flip, so I took it out of the flip, got rid of the flip. But now or hopefully after that, it will look better and then be a nice coin I can put into my collection. Yeah, I always wanted the Mexican silver is really beautiful. They have the 1 peso, 5 pesos, 10 pesos. I have 100 pesos too from the 70s, and then as time goes on, they get more. Inflation happens and stuff. So they're not. The 100 pesos is smaller than the 5 pesos, just not even 30 years later. So it's pretty crazy. I'm just taking a look at some Mexican silver coins because I know I have quite a bit. Those peso. I know I have a few of those 1 pesos. I think they're 1 pesos. In the 50s, 60s, it's only 10% silver. It's crazy. So probably right after the 40s, when they get to the 50s, they start having inflation, and that's why the coins they shrink in size and finance. So 10% silver is crazy. Like it's worth like $2, and then you would need 5 of those. It'd be worth like $10. 10 years later, you're getting a 30-year silver value, approximately. So inflation was pretty bad with that. This is not wanting to load. But on to some coins I really wanted for a while. Some graded U.S. silver coins. First of all, we have this coin in a PCGS Old Green Hold, I believe it's called OGH. MS64, 1964 Denver, sample graded dime. As you can see right there, dime. And The serial number is 654321.64, which is the grade. Dash 1234567 8. So pretty cool. Of course, that number doesn't work. You can't look that up. And then there it is. These are really awesome. These are sample slabs. These are made in the late, I think these are made in the 80s, 90s, I believe is what these are made in. Let me look up this PCGS Museum. But, yeah, it probably is more than a 64. I think they put all the ones I've seen, I believe, are MS64. So they just put like a blanket MS64 engraving and everything. Mostly dimes. They did dimes. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's white label. It's not us. White label. Green label, no. The doily, no. This one, the pale green perforated label. I believe this is perforated. Or maybe no. No, it doesn't look perforated. Yeah, okay. So pale green non-perforated label. This should be it. Plastic collar, right? PCGS logo in plastic. Pale green. Oops. This a little bit. So take a good look at that coin. Take a look. Yeah, to me it looks more than a 64. It looks like probably like 65 maybe. But doesn't really matter. It's a sample slab. So. And there's the PCGS old stuff in the back. The sticker. And there's the coin. So, really nice. And yeah, this is generation 2.2. So let's see, generation 1 is extremely rare. You can't find any of those. Those are very rare. There's not too many made. And then the generation 1.1 is also very rare. Generation 3 starting to get they're getting a little bit rare. Generation 2 is rare, very rare, very scarce is what it says. It was only made for September and October of '89. And then this is generation 2.1 is October to December '89, scarce. And then this is the generation 2.2 because it's not perforated on the top. So yeah, I always wanted a nice old sample slab, and now I finally have one. That's really cool, because this one, or what's the difference? Solid green. Is it solid green? Oh, wait a second. This might not be. No, this is the one after. It's because the PCGS logo is on the thing. This is PCGS logo is on the thing. So this is a generation 3.0. Right, that's got to be 3.0. Yeah, this should be the 3.0, which is January of 1990 to February of 1993. Because this has the PCGS logo on here. The other one I was talking about is the PCGS logo was on the collar, but it's not. Design features: 2-piece shell, packing edge. Yeah, solid green. As you can see, solid green. PCGS logo, 2-piece interlock. So, pretty cool. But my favorite coin that I got at the shop is an even older slab. That's definitely my oldest PCGS slab, with the exception of this. This is a generation 1.2. This was made in February 1986 to September 1989. We have a 1941S MS64 full bands Mercury dime. Serial number right there is 2134206. Really nice. Take a nice look at the guy. Really cool. Slight toning. Real awesome. Coin. They're common, but it says they're going scarce in the passage of time, right? It makes sense. They're starting to get a little bit more rare. I mean, they're still in a lot of places, but slightly more rare. And this is commonly called the rattler because it actually rattles inside. Won't be able to show it, but it does rattle inside, so you can hear the coin moving, which I guess that's how they did that, which is pretty funny. But it gives it a name, and then it's what it's called. So there it is. Of course, got the plastic over there protecting it, but yeah, really nice. And then here's the old, it's just PCGS, kind of like in a cutout thing, which is pretty funny. And then the dime, because PCGS was the first grading company, I think, which was founded in 86, right? Yeah, founded in 86. And then here's the dime. Nice full bands on that. You see it. It's gold minted. Oh yeah, you can see though. It's hard to see, but there is full bands. You can see the separation between, right? Yeah, so full bands on that, but I believe this coin is a little bit undergraded. I think it's a 65. It's got to be a 65, I think. It's pretty nice looking. I think it's a 65 full bands. It's like a very slight blue toning to it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just a really awesome. My oldest slab, it's from 86 to 89, and then the other one is from 90 to 93, I believe. It's a sample slab, so I think it might be. I don't think it's different. So really awesome coins. Favorite coin is definitely the Rattler. And then I guess second place is probably I really like this one as well, just because it's so rare. You know, only 24,000 made. I mean, there's only a handful left, a few hundred, a few thousand left. Maybe less than 100 left. I don't know what it would be. Let me see. If I pull up a 1880 half dollar, let's see what's the. They pull up a Liberty Seed half dollar. How much were left? Only 8,400 were struck for circulation. Okay, that's very low mintage. This might not be the best. But what is it? Only estimated 1,200. So 1,200 out of the 8,400. 1,200 out of the 8,400. So only like 14%. And if you multiply that by the 24,000, so it says only like 3,400 left. If it's the same percentage, but it might be more, could be more or less. It really doesn't matter. It could be less than that. It might be this one. So this one is rare. It was kept. It's probably less than 3,400. So yeah. So that was my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Really awesome finds. And then I'm on the lookout for Rattlers. A lot of Rattlers are also more expensive coins, like a high grade C, like 64 CC Carson City Morgan dollars, like early proof coins, gold coins, which I can't purchase any of those yet. So it's kind of hard to find, I guess, lower value slabs. I guess this is my opinion in shops. Usually most Rattlers I've seen are higher value coins. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.